insanely good at the current state of the game. And there we could see it even better. Did you see how we decimated squad at the end? Many guys have asked me, hey Stormy, do you actually aim the arrows of the Archer Queen or just tap the button and let auto aim do the job? Well, I got you covered. In today's video, I will tell you everything about those two strategies and how to master them to win every fight. Having said, thank you everybody for being here again, really appreciate it. Back in Squad Busters with the Archer Queen. As many guys have asked me, hey, are you actually aiming your arrows or you just clicking the button to let auto aim do the job? And well, in today's video we're gonna talk about both of the strategies, as there is a significant difference in between, and sometimes I'm auto aiming and sometimes I'm really manually aiming to get the most out of the battles. So in general there are some differences. Whenever we are fighting a big squad and we would just press the button, well, the arrow just flies into the direction which is yellow rounded. So if we shoot the first arrow and the hero gets pushed away, there might be a squaddy closer and the second arrow will not land its shot. So for this scenario, auto aiming could be for sure a worse situation, and manually aiming after the first impact arrow could be the better way, since the hero is most likely pushed away and we're gonna try to hit then the second arrow in a little bit further distance. But on the other side, if we only manually aim the arrows, well, we can miss them. That's for sure happening, especially if you're in deep in a fight. So also manually aiming has some weak spots, but in general it doesn't matter too much. So let us jump into two games. The first one we're gonna try to aim the arrows manually and getting the most out of it, and in the second game we just tap the button and let auto aim do the job. We're gonna use our standard setup with the Archer Queen, for sure in the squad league, to get our preferred squad here, which is Heavy Trader Poco, Archer, Dynamite, Frank, Max, Battle Healer and B. Alright, first match, Lava Spa with Gift Critters, and we're gonna try to aim the arrows hopefully all manually, but sometimes there might be some situations, oh, we got two spikes versus us, where manually aiming is not too good. And in general I would say versus that spike, manually aiming may take just too long to crack him down, because he's healing that much that we need the fast speed of just auto aiming, as this is so much faster than if we would manually aim them. But we still will try to win it, even though that might be already a super hard story here. And if we are following up the enemy like this, for sure, manually aiming is the better way. Since if we just would have pressed the button, the second arrow most likely would have just hit the squaddy and not the enemy hero. And here, for example, it would have been better maybe to just tap the button, since I already missed the first one as I was too close to the enemy's Royal King there. But here we can see we can perfectly following in and hit all of our arrows. So there we had a good example for the manual aiming back to back here in those fights. Yes, those two have been bots, I can agree on that, but like a real player can't do anything different. If you hit the hero and he's getting pushed away, for sure you will hit automatically with the next arrow, most likely the squaddy, if you just smash that button. We have to be careful here. Oh, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. And there we could see again another advantage. Hopefully we're gonna get him. We got him finally. And I tried to aim all the arrows there, which was actually hard, because in most of the cases, don't want to spoil you, but in most of the cases, I'm using a mixture of aiming some of the arrows manually and then smashing the button. Or most likely the other version, like first arrow just tapping it when we are super close towards the hero, and the following up arrows then aiming manually, because then the enemy already got pushed away. Nevertheless, so far we did do a good job here with manually aiming all of the arrows, or at least try to. Also versus those monsters. Versus monsters in general, I'm aiming the arrow anyway, since I most likely don't want to hit the monster which is close by, unless it's a super tanky one. I want to hit the monster in a further distance to be able to farm with the squaddies right at this spot, and maybe just eliminate there the other one in the backside. Okay, we have to fight now another time here, which might not be too easy, since this is okay. And there we could see also why following in the arrow with some aim can be super helpful. It was not enough. In this case, we were a little bit too slow. But you could see that if we just auto-press the button, most likely the next arrow would have not hit that Royal King. And now we have a little bit of a disaster here, since if we fight one of the two guys, the other one will most likely come over. But I would say... Hold on, have there been both guys? I was confused there about the squad size. No, that was only the Royal King. So if we would fight now the Royal King, the Spike will come over. And if we fight the Spike, most likely the other guy comes over. In this case here, I did aim the arrows. I just swiped them in, because aiming was not too good possible. And that's a W versus this guy. We have to be careful now. He gets the arrow. But there are some low HP squaddies, and we just throw in our arrows because we're gonna charge up each time we're gonna kill the squaddie there. Another percentage of the arrow, but we have to retreat from this. Enemy did fight it well, but this is a good game, and GG well played to the manually aimed Archer Queen arrows. If you enjoyed the video so far, definitely don't forget to leave a like and subscribe completely for free to not miss any Squad Busters content in the future. And I guess we're gonna jump straight into the next one, trying now only tapping the arrow and see how this is working. Second game is Brewing Crowns and Loot Goblin Rush. Okay, Loot Goblins are nice, and Loot Goblins auto-aiming the arrow will work really, really good. We don't have a Spike here, but we have at least two Sonics here. So that could be a hard one to catch them. But here we already can see how the auto-aim is working. There is for sure one of the opponents marked yellow if you're close enough. And that's actually the target of your next arrow if you would just smash the button. And also, this is the unit the squaddies are attacking next with their auto-aiming and auto-fighting ability. There it was, the blue box, and that's how it is already working. Sometimes for sure aiming automatically is helping a lot. Whenever we are super close to the hero, we just smash the button, maybe even smash it multiple times, and with that the damage output will be much more in a shorter time than if we would manually aim, because it's just so much faster. We're gonna see that. Let's get over, maybe not to the Sonic, but maybe to this Archer Queen here. And as you could see there, in a much shorter time frame, we're gonna apply much more damage than we would if we would auto aim, if we would manually aim. And maybe that even the better example here. And that is the crazy thing. And honestly, it's a way too good right now. It's a way too good, because like we need these aiming capabilities to be part of the skill and not just smash the button and win the battle. In the past it was even worse when there was the one-shot luck, because with one arrow it could have been over. And if you then smash the buttons really, really quick, there was even a higher chance that it works out. There we go. Boom. And for sure, for the fireball, we have to still manually aim. Okay, there is a guy with a big squad. There we definitely would have a better chance with auto-aiming if we get close to the hero, but it's a little bit the issue versus those Sonics, as they can run away pretty quick. Oh my god, we almost got him. We almost got him. That guy will have a surprise effect here. Whenever he is out of his golden form, he will be super, super low HP, and that would be definitely a good point of pushing him. But since we don't have a max here, we really can't follow up. But there you could see how crazy the damage is applied there, and one more bot there, and that's absolutely crazy how fast you can melt down the heroes. And for that, it doesn't even matter which hero it is. We got 3 arrows. We would need to hit our fireball versus this Sonic to be able to do something. Yeah, they are simply faster. Just shooting some arrows in, trying to get a squaddy of him. Okay, what's happening here? We got 3 arrows. And there we could see in the corner, auto-aiming. He can't get pushed away, and the follow-up arrow immediately will hit as well. And that's like even the crazier thing. Those Sonics are for sure running around quick here, but we have a decent lead, so if they not attack us, we're gonna win it anyway. just pressing the arrows there in. We were anyway too far away from the enemy hero, so I had no hope like to kill the enemy hero, but decimating the squad is definitely a good defensive tactic there, because then he will just run away and not attack us, and that should be a W. Maybe a little bit unconventional win here, but like, what should I do against those squad runners here? Simply using the speed, which is a great tactic of that Sonic, and running away. But nevertheless, we could see that auto-aiming is working insanely good at the current state of the game. And there we could see it even better. Did you see how we decimated squad at the end? Oh my god. Just in a second, 3 arrows shot out and insanely damage done. So what are your thoughts on the two strategy? In my opinion, a good mixture is making the difference. If you would only manually aim, you will lose some battles, and if you auto aim only, you will also lose some battles. And especially in those third-party fights where you get third-partied, sometimes manually aiming is a key to defend yourself. For defending, manually aiming is in my opinion a must, because auto aiming is not hitting the hero. If you want to kill the guy who's following you, or just make him screw and running away, hit the hero. If he loses a squaddy, maybe from the sound he runs away, but if he sees the health bar of his hero and it is pretty low, he most likely will run away then. So for defending, manually aiming is a must in my opinion. For actively fighting, the first arrow, auto aim if you're super close and in that sweet spot. The next ones can be manually aimed if the hero is getting pushed further away, but if you nail him against the wall, just smash the button and let auto aim do the job for you. So thank you guys for watching, hopefully you have enjoyed today's video, and happy busting!